My name is Meghan Fillnow and I'm 40 years old. So I just moved up to the 40 to 44 age division. And I'm excited to be racing in Kona this year. I balance coaching full time with my twin sister. We have a group of 7 coaches and I have a very full client load and great working with all different type of athletes. And it's a neat balance to be a coach and work alongside athletes, and you just know what it takes. And I remember I was an elementary school teacher for a long time, and in grad school, the teachers, the professors that I learned the most from were the ones that were actually current teachers or former teachers, because they actually knew what it took day in and day out. So I think that's been very valuable to me to be an athlete and a coach. Yeah, I think it will be tricky to balance when you have your athletes at a world championship event and then you're also competing at the world championships, because there's a lot you have to focus on individually, but you want to be there fully for your athletes and everything. And for my personality, I'm always just like work, 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 get everything done. And I don't focus on myself until like kind of the last minute. And so that's just kind of what works with me and everything. Like I make sure the house is clean, like all my work is done before I even get focused on what I need, I guess. And so it will be tricky, but I have my twin sister there in Kona as well. So she'll be able to be fully invested in the athletes as well. And hopefully I will too. And we'll be a good team out there just to help, because we have a lot of athletes who will be racing Kona for the very first time. And then we have some that are going to be racing who have already raced. So it's a nice balance of that. Yeah, it's going to be a very unique year. My first time racing in Kona was in 2012. And I remember it was a mass swim start and I was just getting dunked by like the French men.
Triathlon swim starts can be pretty brutal at times. I've always had the motto that you need to train the way you race. And that's why I'm trying to simulate what it's like in a race situation.
Like super strong and so that was very challenging. And then eventually, like later on, it started to switch to just just gender starts. So that was unique. And then we switched to just age group starts. It's just been very interesting, like over the last decade, how the race has changed and there's been advantages to some changes. And then this year it's going to be even more unique how it's just females. And I think there are a lot of advantages just having all females out on the course. It is something special, but I actually like racing with the guys, and it is motivating, like trying to, pass those guys as well. So it will just be a unique experience, but I think there's definitely good in it and everything. And there definitely will be things that I miss about the old Kona as well. Yeah, I mean, I think racing in Kona is absolutely epic. It's really indescribable because the course is challenging, but it's more just the elements. And I mean, doing a pure open water ocean swim without a wetsuit, and it can be very chaotic with all these awesome swimmers starting at once, and it can be pretty rough out there and turbulent. So I think that's just challenging. And then the bike, it's really, you just have to be relentless out there because the winds, and you're isolated for a good bit of the bike. And there's so much that can go on in your mind. And I think it's just such a mental battle out there, because one minute you could be feeling like, this is awesome, I'm feeling so strong. And then the next moment it's like, what has just happened? And so I think just being out there with all women will be a very unique experience. And on the bike, I think it's going to be awesome because hopefully like it'll be really more spread out and everything. So that should be helpful for the bike. And then the run, I just think it's going to be a grind. I mean, there's nothing like the Kona World Championship run. Just, it's so brutal, so hot, and it's just such a suffer fest. And So yeah, it'll be interesting to see all the women suffering together. And I think it'll be great for the pro women to really be showcased a lot. And I think that will be very special for the professional women's field. Yeah, it's going to be really special to have my sister out in Kona with me. And it will be also a little sad too, because last year at Kona, that's when she was well, she raced Kona last year too. So we got to race together. She raced in the pro field and I raced in age group. And that was super special to be out there together. And now she'll be on the sidelines cheering because she retired from triathlon. So yeah, but she's just been there through all these years with my journey in triathlon. So it's just really special to have her out there cheering and supporting me. And she's my coach and she does a great job. And yeah, so it'll definitely be very special to have her. Yeah, I've had a good season so far this year. Like this, I won my first three races, so both of the North American Championship races and the Ironman and half Ironman, and then a 70.3 in Blue Ridge. So I raced April, May, June, so it's heavy in the spring, and then I've just had a little break, and then I'm going to race Finland for the 70.3 Worlds coming up, and then finishing with Kona. And the highest I've ever finished in Kona is third, so I would love to be able to podium again there. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of good competition at my age. There's a lot of people are still so fast. And so, yeah, it'll be really hard. And I just know that I have to give it my whole mind, body, and heart out there and just really grit it out and embrace the suffering because it's going to be really, really hard. Yeah. But the one thing is I'm really adaptable when I race and I can just like turn it up race day. And I get really nervous before the event. But then when I'm out there, I love it. And so I think I'll just embrace the day and see how the day unfolds and just keep fighting till I cross that finish line.